I need you calm. Okay, no matter what happens, you gotta stay calm.
I told you I don't know these movies. I don't ask me about something I do know. Ask me about It Follows. Ask me about Hereditary. Ask me about The Witch.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday night. You know what time it is. It is time for Why We Love Horror Trivia. I am Calamity JWMaher. With me, as always, not always, sometimes, but we'd love for it to be always. But from his spacious living room in Upper Lehigh County,
yes,
Aaron Brooks. How are you?
Yes. I am like the letter Y, sometimes a vowel, sometimes the host. I see that I've been taken off the intro. I think I've earned that with my 10% attendance rate as co-host, but you're not here.
I can add you to it, but you were never on this one.
It's okay. You're not here for my co-host attendance record. You're here to see horror trivia. We have 2 new players tonight, which I always love to see. One's familiar, maybe if you're familiar with the Trivia League, and then we have a new face, at least to me. So I'm very, very happy with that. What are your thoughts on this match today?
Yeah, one volunteer to join Why We Love Horror Trivia, one conscripted against their will. But let's meet them. First things first, a gentleman that messaged me and wanted to be a part of the league. He's wearing 3D glasses, and I appreciate that. Jake Collins, how are you doing today, sir?
I am doing fantastic, man. I'm really excited. I did not do any research because I'm just such a horror encyclopedia. So I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass at the end.
I've heard more confident statements betray people worse in this league, but somebody else who I know is, don't worry, your opponent will have no problem saying negative things about themselves. The matriarch, Adelaide Spence, would you say that I didn't force you to be here, right? You were okay with coming.
No, I was like, we talked about this ages ago, where I think because we were talking hey, what if I played Will and fucked around to make 2010s a 5-movie category? Could we just only ask about good movies? And then you didn't let it happen. I had to wait 8 months to sign up.
We can. I think the thing with you and Will might happen eventually. He just has to lose a few matches, I'm sure, to get down there.
Oh, if he sinks, I'll sink harder. I got a fucking drainer over there. I can just hop in the garbage disposal and get it quick.
Yeah, Will Cohen, unknown stud in horror trivia, apparently undefeated in the league. But we'll fix him later on down the road. But with no further ado, let's get into what happens here at Why We Love Horror Trivia. It's a singles match. It's 3 rounds of horror trivia action. Round 1 is a speed round. So you'll get a whiteboard or a sheet of paper. You're going to number that paper 1 through 8. I'm going to ask you 8 questions, but please write large enough that it can be seen and I can read it. I'll ask a question. 10 seconds will pass. Aaron will ask a question. And the question will be on the screen for you to read it. We'll go back and forth until we've asked all 8 questions. As time is running out, if you feel you need more time, both contestants are allotted 3 repeats in a challenge. In round 1, you can use a repeat to have us repeat as many questions as you like, and then we'll give you 20 extra seconds to clean things up, finish your answers. When time is up, you'll turn your board around and review your answers. You get 1 point for each correct answer. If you run the table, you get a 9th bonus question just for you. Any questions before we get started?
Has anyone ever run the table?
Yes. Shannon Briggs ran the table, and I believe he's the only one that's done it so far.
Nerd.
Loser.
I'll tell him you said that. He'll love it. All right. With that being said, your first question comes in the category Eli Roth. Who plays Jonathan Barneveld, Lewis's uncle, in The House with a Clock in Its Walls?
My favorite, Eli Roth, like everybody.
Yeah, everyone's favorite.
Yes. All right. Question number 2. In A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, the dream child, Greta's family is grooming her for what type of career? We don't use the word grooming in enough questions.
I'm going to use all the inappropriate words I can in as many questions as possible. They're definitely, if you've seen this movie,
Adelaide furrowed their brow at me with that.
Definitely grooming her. Your third question in the Scream franchise, the warm-up question Casey has asked at the beginning of Scream deals with what movie?
Ooh, I a rare time where I know a Scream question.
It's a debut match. I'm taking it a little bit easier.
It's one of the most famous horror movies ever. How do you not?
All right, no clues. Horror musicals. Who directed Phantom of the Paradise. If you get this wrong, I will throw you out of the match.
What?
Sorry, it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
If it helps, it's not technically a musical, I believe.
I won't really throw you out.
1,000% a musical. Your
I
next
haven't
question.
seen it yet.
The 1980s. What 1983 sequel features supporting performances from Dennis Franz, Robert Loggia, and Meg Tilly?
Not enough Robert Loggia questions either.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, not nowadays. If we were doing all 50s movies, he'd show up a ton.
Robert Loggia.
Aaron's going to love this question.
All right, question 6. In 2020's A24, how does Pearl die at the end of X? I would have a perfect round right now. That's a shame.
How specific do you need?
Just general answer's fine.
Okay.
As long as you're in the neighborhood. A great category. I didn't even change what it's called. Torture porn movies. What foreign country serves as the setting for Turistas?
Okay, no challenges here. That is a torture porn movie.
What's the line? Where is it like debatable?
You know, it's just you know.
No. And the final question, Aaron.
All right, recent releases. Bishal Dutta made his feature-length directorial debut with what 2023 supernatural horror film? I mean, just 10 out of 10 on the questions here. Good job.
Thank you.
At least movies-wise.
Chance to use a repeat will expire in 5, 4.
For number 2 and number 5.
Okay, we will use one of your repeats. Number 2 is the Nightmare on Elm Street question. In Nightmare on Elm Street 5, the Dream Child, Greta's family is grooming her for what type of career? And in the 1980s, what 1983 sequel features supporting performances from Dennis Franz, Robert Loggia, and Meg Tilly? You have 20 seconds from right now to finish your work.
Jake, if you could just back up a little bit so we can see your hands while you're waiting. No big deal. It's all good. Thank you.
And 10 seconds.
Who would cheat in movie trivia? So boring.
It's not. I just
That Billman guy's pretty shady.
I just have a hand fetish.
4, 3, 2,
Me points.
1. We will start with Jake. Jake, if you can read us your answers.
I know I didn't get some of these right, but I'm just going to. I got Jack Black.
You can just go through all 8.
All right, number 2 is Model. Number 3 is Halloween, and number 4 is it's just a slander saying Adele sucks, and because I didn't get that answer right. And then number 5 is Psycho 2, and number 6 is Run Over from Pearl, and then number 7 I just put Russia because I don't know. Then number 8 I guess I put Talk to Me.
Okay, and Adelaide.
Jack Black modeling Friday the 13th, Brian De Palma, Jaws 3D, Eden, France, and the Haunted Mansion.
Okay, at the end of round number 1, I have Jake in the lead, score of 5-3. The answers, as they stand, Jack Black does play the uncle in that movie, the good guy. Greta is being groomed to be a model. The first question that's asked is a Halloween question. Who's the killer in Halloween? Brian De Palma directed Phantom of the Paradise. Psycho 2. Psycho 2 has all those people in it. Pearl's head is run over by a car at the end of the movie. Turistas takes place in Brazil. And Bishal Dutta directed It Lives Inside. It Lives Inside.
Good movie.
Should have been a giveaway that it was an Indian movie. But anyway, let's move on to round number 2. What happens in round number 2 is there's a wheel now. All 8 of those categories we just talked about, we put them on a wheel along with spinner's choice and opponent's choice. Jake's in the lead. He can decide whether he wants to spin first or defer to Adelaide. What'll happen is you'll spin the wheel. You can either take the category you get. You can spin once again if you don't like it. Whatever category you wind up with, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. If you don't know the answer right away, we have multiple choice answers for you. The question then becomes worth 1 point, though. If you get the question wrong at either level, your opponent can steal for the current point value of the question. So let's bring the wheel in. And then Jake has a decision to make. He can decide whether he wants to spin first or second. The categories in the wheel, just to remind you, Eli Roth, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, horror musicals, the 1980s, 2020's A24 films, torture porn, and recent releases. So, Jake, do you want to spin first or defer?
Yeah, I'll spin first.
Okay. You do get 1 respin. Here's your first spin. And you get looks like torture porn. You want those torture porn questions?
I'll spin again.
Spin again? All right.
You put it on the wheel. Where's your confidence?
I don't have confidence in that movie. I'll just
Why don't you just fuck yourself?
And you will get recent releases. Aaron, do you want to read the recent releases
I
questions?
sure was a torture porn.
Yeah, sure. I'll read these ones. I'll let Jake stay in the match, even though he did miss the Phantom of the Paradise question. I just want to clarify that for anybody watching.
To be fair, I never seen that movie, so I'm sorry.
You can watch it after this match.
You don't
It's
need
great.
data.
I will.
Enjoy
You
it.
should.
Enjoy it.
It's fantastic.
It
The
is
dad
great.
from Child's Play 2 is in it. It's great. All right,
Yeah.
here are your release
Sorry
questions.
about that. All right. Question number 1. Who plays the titular role in The Pope's Exorcist?
You want me to write that down, or you actually?
No, you can
No,
say it.
just answer it.
Russell Crowe.
That
Okay.
is correct.
You can say it a little more politely next time, but that's fine. If that's the character you want to go with in this league, that's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Second question.
All right. In Infinity Pool, what do Gabby and the other tourists nickname the clone of James they force him to fight to the death?
The Gob.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal.
In Infinity Pool, what do Gabby and the other tourists nickname the clone of James they force him to fight to the death?
I'll just say like Jimmy. That makes sense to me.
That's also incorrect. It's the dog.
Yeah.
The dog.
Okay.
All right.
And just
I
a
haven't
reminder,
seen
Jake,
it.
Jake, you do have multiple choice. If you don't know the answer, you can check down. I'll give
Oh.
you four
Yeah.
possible answers to the question.
It's
Here's
worth one. It's worth 1 point for obviously, but yeah, no, good clarification there. Infinity Pool, good movie too. All right, question number 3. Carlos teaches John how to say what word in Spanish, which allows them to help each other in the blood trap in Saw X. Give me the word in English, please.
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, left, B, push, C, right, D, pull.
I want to say C. Right.
That is incorrect. Over to Adelaide for the 1-point steal. Options are A, left, B, push, C, right, D, pull.
A?
A is also incorrect. It is pull.
It is definitely Paul, yes. Your next
I was
question.
trying to imagine like John Kramer's on this side right here, the boy's over here. No, he's on this side right here, and
Sure.
the child's on that side, and so he pulls let the blood on him. Like,
We did
So,
pull.
yeah.
That was the thing.
That would be the thing that happened. So, spoiler alerts for Saw X there. Who directed The Exorcist Believer? Oh, God.
someone who shouldn't have directed it. I'm just David Gordon Green.
Both are acceptable answers, yes.
Damn it.
That is correct.
Damn that movie to hell.
And
All
your
right.
final question in this category.
Final question for you here. What state is Knock at the Cabin set in?
Tennessee.
That is incorrect. Chance for a
Over to
2-point
Adelaide.
steal.
Still, what state is Knock at the Cabin set in?
I was so confident it was Oregon, but then he's making me question that. I'm gonna say Kentucky.
Also incorrect. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's in
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
fuck, I know what it is now.
Oh, that's fair.
It's
Yeah,
Chris.
that is a very
Oh.
easy question, honestly.
It's New Jersey.
Yep.
This is why you don't watch these movies.
All right. At the end of
that is
Jake's
incorrect,
segment,
Adelaide.
I
It
have
was New
Jake
Jersey.
lead.
I knew. I was like, it's. Oh, you said that. I was like, oh fuck, it's New Jersey. That's like just.
At the end of Jake's spin, I got the score 9 for Jake, 3 for Adelaide. We'll bring the wheel back.
To
Adelaide,
be
know
fair,
exactly what I'm
Adelaide,
doing.
to be fair, you're doing a pretty good job. Okay, you're doing a good job.
I have 3 points. What the fuck are you saying? I'm not doing a good job.
3 is decent for the first round.
Build
actually.
some confidence up, man. Come on.
And you get 20,
Yeah,
20,
one of the
20,
2
20.
categories.
Oh, fuck you, Adelaide. Fuck.
Is that what you want?
You shouldn't have spun again. It's your fucking fault. Give me that.
I thought you literally chose release this. Okay, what am I supposed to do?
I'm bad at this game.
Decorum.
We both screwed
Order in the
each
court.
other.
Order in the court. All right. Let's talk about some 2020s A24. Adelaide, you ready?
Yes.
Your first question. What was Amanda's job before she became ill in St. Maud?
What shortcuts, y'all? We talked about this. Multiple choice.
Smart.
Is it A, a nurse, B, an actress, C, a dancer, or D, a mom?
Dancer?
She was a dancer.
Okay.
You're right.
Good advertisement for the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your second question. Who plays Maria, a grieving mother, in Lamb?
Okay, by Jake's face, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it's Fjord Bjolf.
That is incorrect and insulting. Jake, do you have an answer?
Naomi Repace.
I'm going to say you're close enough. Numi Rapace is
Damn.
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
not
It was
saying that,
definitely-
but it's not
You
even
were
a kid.
shaking like you had no clue.
well, that's a good poker face then. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Don't fuck around then. Got it.
All right. Spence, your next question. Here you go. How specifically did Mia's mother kill herself in Talk to Me?
Oh God. Oh, I've fucking seen this too.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Damn it.
All right. A, an overdose. B, hanging. C, jump to her death. Or D, gunshot.
A.
A is correct.
Yeah.
Your penultimate question. Who directed Dream Scenario?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Sean Durkin, B, Christopher Borgley, C, Michelle Gondry, or D, Thomas Hardiman?
I think no, Sean Durkin wasn't the Iron Club. It was Sean something. It was not Michelle Gondry, I don't think, but it could be. Didn't he make a movie recently? Is it this?
That
Michelle Gondry.
is incorrect. Chance for
Yeah,
the one
damn
point
it.
steal. A, Sean Durkin, B, Christopher Borgley, C, Michelle Gondry, or D, Thomas Hardiman.
I'm gonna go with B.
Christopher Borgley is the correct.
Okay.
I didn't even
Michelle
know that.
Gondry.
Yes, I'm like, that just seems like somebody who would direct an A24 movie, Christopher.
Your final question in 2020's A24 in Pearl. What's the first thing we see Pearl feed to the alligator?
What's the score?
12-5 right now. So we're going around 3 now.
Okay. How do I win this? Can I even hit this on 2? Seeing these more than once would be helpful. Multiple choice.
You multiple choice.
Is it A, a cat, B, a pig, C, a goose, or D, a dog?
Goose.
That is correct. She skewers that goose and feeds it to the alligator. That is correct.
I'm not.
I didn't know. Look, I did not know it either. I was like, I know she kills an animal, but I know they're not going to accept that as an answer. So I'm like, yeah, it's like, gotta be more specific. So I was like,
Well, that being said, we're moving on to the third and final round. It is the Wheel of Synopses. I have a bunch of synopses categories. Both of these players chose 2. I chose a 5th. And in a brand new twist on this round, I added Spinner's Choice to the wheel just to make it even. Because I was sick of putting 10 slices on the wheel. So there's 6 slices, all 5 categories, and there's Spinner's Choice. So Jake's still in the lead. He can choose if he wants to spin his categories first or second. Everyone's going to spin the wheel 3 times to get a 2-point, 3-point, 5-point question. If they don't like the categories, they get 1 respin out of those 3 spins. And we'll keep asking synopses until either I ask all these questions or one player is mathematically eliminated. We're bringing that wheel. Categories on the wheel right now: 2010s, 2020s, body horror, horror comedies, and slashers. Jake, do you want to get your categories first, or would you like Adelaide to get theirs first?
I want to get my categories first.
Okay, your 2-pointer is in the 2010s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Spin again.
Spin again? All right. These are the categories you must take across the board then.
All body horror. Come on. That's
Slashers,
okay.
slashers for 2.
Fuck
2010s
you.
for 3. And
Fuck
2010s
you.
for 5.
Fuck you.
All right. Spence, here are yours. Your first one on 2, you get
Body horror, body horror, body horror.
Spinner's Choice. What do you want for your 2?
I'll take 2010s.
You can have that.
Clean it out.
Your 3-pointer.
Body horror, body horror, body horror.
Body
Respin.
All right. Here's the categories you must take.
Why is body
That's
horror
okay.
getting trashed?
I'm
Horror-
shit at this, Aaron. What do you want from me?
I feel like you'd like body horror though, Adelaide. I feel like
And
you.
Well,
body
we'll
horror
fucking
for 5.
see, won't we?
Body horror. Yeah,
It's a good category. Relax. Have some confidence. It's a good
think of the
category.
movie Society, okay?
Actually,
That's
should pick
body
from
horror.
like the 4th most relevant Cronenberg. Then, God.
Oh,
Think of the movie like Society. That's a body horror.
yeah.
Reanimate.
So I asked Adelaide their questions in
Yep.
round number 1. So
Okay,
you can
cool.
ask them their questions in round number 3. Oh, 2, and you can ask them 3. So their first question is in the 2010s for 2 points. Are you ready?
No.
Aaron, go. Let her rip, Aaron.
Let's do it for 2 points. A bride's wedding night takes a sinister turn when her eccentric new in-laws force her to take part in a terrifying game.
In my top, I almost made Radio Silence my strength and realized I hadn't seen like Southend or whatever it's called. Ready or Not.
That's correct.
That's
Southbound, you have us.
Did you just say Southbound? I was like, no, it's not. I was like,
They
first,
did
like,
that
no,
one.
it's
It was like that and something else. I just,
All right. For 3 points. Don't need this to stay in the game, but I would recommend getting it. In horror comedies, 3 high schoolers on the eve of their last campout discover the true meaning of friendship when they attempt to save their town from a zombie outbreak.
It's I know the poster. It's like, I think it has like Ty Sheridan or something, but I can't think of like the name of the movie. It's
Repeat or answer in 5.
repeat the question.
All right. 3 high schoolers on the eve of their last campout discover the true meaning of friendship when they attempt to save their town from a zombie outbreak.
Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
Damn it! I was hoping I
That
could.
is correct for 3 points.
That movie is
Very,
funny.
very average movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. There's a scene I
Average.
died laughing
I
when
don't
he's
mean
taking
it
on
bad or
Maher.
I don't mean it bad or good. Average. Body horror. 5 points. Adelaide, to prove that you love body horror, you need to sustain the game. You're down
Come
1.
on, Possessor. Come on, Possessor.
After visiting a crime scene, an insensitive tabloid crime photographer falls victim to a mysterious illness that makes him lose one by one his 5 senses.
Okay. Is it... Okay, there could be sight, smell, touch, vibes. Repeat the question.
All right. After visiting a crime scene, an insensitive tabloid crime photographer falls victim to a mysterious illness that makes him lose one by one his 5 senses.
What's the body horror here? What part of him gets like fucked up that much?
Do we get
The
multiple
sense?
choice? I mean,
No.
There's no stealing or multiple choice.
I gotta get out of here. Let's say touch me deeply.
And your winner, Jake Collins. That movie is Disappear Completely, or Desaparecer por completo in Spanish. Disappear Completely.
Okay.
USA.
With that being said, we'll go to our post-match interviews. I'll drop Jake back momentarily. We'll talk to Adelaide. Hey, you know what? Given all the stuff you said, I think you did a lot better than most people, including yourself, would think you would have done. You kept it pretty close. You just had to hit your 5, which happens. How you feel?
You know what? It was fun. That's the important part. I think before I signed up, I was literally texting you. Like, I want you to know that I am basically a jobber here. If I go 0-10, don't be shocked. I definitely wanted to put more work into other categories, and I'll probably end up actually finishing my ones I used here because, like, they're not filled with bad movies. Just I skipped a few of them in my 24 years of movie watching up to this point. So I'll be better next time, but not enough that you'll see me like go on a run. I'm never gonna beat Luis or anyone like that. I'm just
You will beat Anthony Tisdall. I guarantee it.
Oh, I don't fuck. If that dude puts fucking Child's Play, I'm gonna let him win. I don't want to fuck with that noise.
All right. Well, we'll see you soon. I'll let you know once we got to run through some cycles, and we'll bring you back on. Thank you, Adelaide, for joining us. See you soon.
All right. See you, Adelaide.
And we'll bring in rookie sensation, apparently. Jay Collins. I can't read that, but Adelaide such.
I am number 1.
Number
Adelaide sucks. I am number
sucks.
1.
Oh my goodness. They
Not
already left the studio. They didn't see that.
Behind the scenes, Harry left, but I'll pass the message on.
Okay.
So how are you feeling? I don't know if you've watched many matches here. Now that you're on a win streak, is there anybody you're looking to face?
Yeah, I'm racing to face Jacob Cameron.
Jake and Cameron? All right. He'll be very happy to come on here and
And,
speak in a monotone manner and lose. That's probably what'll happen.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited. I won this. I cannot wait. Like, I can't wait for the next one because I'm just like ready. Boxing gloves are off. I'm like, let's go.
All right. Well, the next thing we're doing, I'm not sure. I'll have to see how the rankings. We are taking the top 16 players in the league and doing a single elimination tournament. I don't know if at 1-0 he'll necessarily make that cut, but we'll get you back as soon as we can in another match. Jake, we appreciate having you here. We're going to put a wrap on this part of the show. Aaron, we're going to be right back with another match. It'll be our friends, Kevin Poss and Richie Goodacre, going at it when we come back from break. What do you think about that match? Actually, no, don't tell me. Save it. If you're here after the break, we'll talk about it then. But you might go. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. It's kind of.
Give me your thoughts now. I'm sorry. Give me your thoughts now about it because I can't guarantee you're going to be here. How do you feel about that?
Super excited. It's obviously the main event of this week. Clash of Titans here. Someone's has to go.
That's exactly correct. Anyway,
someone will get a win.
Stick around. That intermission is coming right up. We'll see you right back.
Hello, and thank you for your business. Why not stop by our refreshment stand? We have all kinds of special treats, but don't take my word for it. Take it away, fellas.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, bring a family pie. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Popcorn for all, hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
2 minutes till showtime. There's still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand.
Come on down to the snack bar, let your eyes out, let your eyes out, have a good time to the snack bar. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
And we're back from break. More singles action coming up. Aaron disappeared. He's gone. He did not stick around to be here after the break, but it is two more competitors who haven't had a match this cycle. We're bringing them in. We're going to bring in the first guy first. He's where he's at right now. It is very bright as usual. The sun always shines down there in Australia, apparently. Richie Spooky Goodacre. Richie, how you doing today?
What's up? Yeah, no, it's a bit overcast here at the moment, but yeah, it's during the day. I need it. I should probably fix the glare most of the time, but hey, look, you know what? It gives me that aesthetic that I'm not come to known for. So yeah, no, I'm doing all right, and yeah, look, hopefully, I do know my horror, so hopefully that kind of that shines through eventually in one of these matches. Yeah. So, and good to be here.
You do have a man standing in your way today. He is the philosopher, Kevin Paz. Kevin, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty well. Thank you for having me back. I was a little surprised to be like the higher ranked of us too. So I'll take it though. Had a pretty good showing last time, or pretty good from what I felt with my partner Russell. He's not here today, of course. It's just me alone, so I got to see what I can do against Richie. So I know it'll be a good match, so I'm just excited to see what I can do.
All right, well, let's get into it. It is 3 rounds of horror trivia in the singles division. Starting with round number 1, which is the speed round. Richie gave me 4 categories. Kevin gave me 4 categories. I wrote 8 questions. They'll number their boards 1 through 8 because I'm going to ask the questions with no breaks in between. I'll ask a question. They'll have 10 seconds, and I'll do that over and over again until I've asked all 8 questions. For the course of the match, each player has 3 repeats and a challenge. In round number 1, as time is running out, if they feel they need more time, they can burn a repeat. They can ask me to repeat as many questions as they want. And as soon as I'm done reading all those questions, they get 20 extra seconds to clean up their boards. And then at the end, they'll turn their boards around. They'll read all their answers. They get 1 point for each correct answer. In the event they get all 8 right, there's a 9th bonus question for them. Any questions before we get started with round number 1?
Nope.
All right. Your first question comes in Friday the 13th. In Friday the 13th, the final chapter, how many members of the Jarvis family are at Crystal Lake at the beginning of the movie? The number changes. Your next question, in the Final Destination franchise, what explodes at the hospital, killing both Eugene and Clear in Final Destination 2? Your third question, movies that Edgar Wright was involved in. Who directed Attack the Block? In movie release dates, what year saw the release of the stop-motion animated films Mad God and The House? In movies that are from books, how many different directors have directed a film adapted from Thomas Harris's Hannibal Lecter novels? Moving on to Wes Craven. What event are Mary and Phyllis on their way to when they are abducted in Last House on the Left? Your 7th question is in the 90s. How does Henry die at the end of The Good Son? And your final question in the 2000s, who plays the titular role in Dracula 2000? So long ago now, but your chance to use a repeat expires in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Richie first. Richie, what are your answers?
I'll take a repeat. 4 and 6.
I think you're on a little bit of a delay, Kevin,
shit.
but we'll honor it. We'll honor that repeat. You said 4 and
All right.
6. Movie release
3,
dates.
4,
1 year.
and 6. Yeah.
3, 4, and 6. Who directed Attack the Block?
Yep.
What year saw the release of the stop-motion animated films Mad God and The House? And what event are Mary and Phyllis on their way to when they are abducted in The Last House on the Left? We'll give you 20 seconds from right here, and once we're done, we'll pause for some technical fixing. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll put the down. We'll start with Richie. Richie, what are your answers?
I said number 1, 6. Number 2, oxygen tanks. Number 3, didn't get anything. Number 4, 2003. Number 5, I just said wedding. Number 5, 3. Sorry. Number 6, wedding. Number 7, he was pushed off a cliff. And number 8, Gerard Butler.
Okay, and Kevin.
Probably better than me. I went with 6 also for number 1. I went with ambulance for number 2. Nick Frost, number 3. Did not get number 4. Number 5, I wrote 2. Number 6, I just put they were on their way to a birthday party. Number 7, I said stabbed by son. And number 8, I put Kit Harington.
Okay. At the end of round number 1, I have Richie in the lead, 3-0. The answers that we had are there's 3 members of the Jaros family. It's Tommy, his sister, and his mom. That's it. Final Destination, the oxygen tank. Richie got that one right. The oxygen tank explodes, killing them. Jim Cornish directed Attack the Block. Mad God in the House was pretty recent, 2022. Both those movies came out.
Okay.
Literally, so 5 different directors have adapted Hannibal Lecter movies, going back to The Manhunter, Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, Hannibal Rising, all 5 different directors. Phyllis and Mary are on their way to a rock concert in the Last House on the Left, and the remake, same thing. Henry dies by falling off a cliff. He's not pushed, but I'll give it to you anyway. He's just like, his mother's holding Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin, and she chooses to let Macaulay Culkin go, but I'll consider that pushing. And Gerard Butler is Dracula in Dracula 2000. So those are the 3 Richie.
Nice.
We'll pause here. I think, Kevin, you're better now. I'm just going to count to 3. You tell me when you hear 3. 1, 2, 3.
No.
You're perfect. All right, good.
Okay.
All right, so I will move on. 3, 2. We're going to round 2. Richie in the lead by a score of 3-0. Round 2 is the wheel round. All 8 of those categories we just talked about, they're on a wheel now, along with spinner's choice and opponent's choice. Richie has the option with he wants to choose if he wants to go first or defer to Kevin. Basically what's happened is whoever goes first, they're going to spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on, they can take that category if they choose to take that category, or they can defer and spin again. I'm sorry, not defer. They could choose to respin, and they could spin again. And no matter what they land on, they're going to get 5 questions in that category with 2 points apiece. If they don't know the answer, they can check down to multiple choice. The question then becomes worth 1 point. But be careful, because if you get it wrong, your opponent can steal for the current point value of the question. I'll bring that wheel in. We'll go over the categories for today. Categories in the wheel: Friday the 13th, Final Destination, Edgar Wright, written, acted, directed, whatever. Movie release dates, literary adaptations, directed by Wes Craven, the 1990s, and the 2000s. Richie, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer?
I'll defer.
All right, Kevin, here's your first spin.
All right.
It lands on the 1990s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Let's spin again.
All right, the category you must take. It's opponent's choice. Richie, what do you need the categories again?
Yes, please.
All right, we got Friday the 13th, Final Destination, Edgar Wright, written, directed, acted, movie release dates, literary adaptations, directed by Wes Craven, the 1990s, and the 2000s.
Final Destination.
All right, Kevin, here are your questions in the Final Destination franchise. Your first question. Who is the only survivor of the initial pileup in Final Destination 2 who was not operating a car, truck, or motorcycle?
Multiple choice.
A, Eugene, B, Tim, C, Evan, or D, Rory?
Tim.
Tim is correct. His mom was driving that, so he was just a passenger. Your next question. What gets launched through the air, which impales Perry at the fair near the end of Final Destination 3?
Bars.
I'll go multiple choice just to be safe. Yeah.
Is it A, a TV antenna, B, a picket fence, C, rebar, or D, a flagpole?
The flagpole.
That is correct for a point. Your third question. To date, who is the only person to have directed only one Final Destination film?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, James Wong, B, David R. Ellis, C, Glenn Morgan, or D, Stephen Quayle?
James Wong.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal. Richie, who's the only person to only have directed one film? A, James Wong, B, David R. Ellis, C, Glenn Morgan, or D, Stephen Quayle?
Tom between two, I'll go B, David R. Ellis.
That is also incorrect. Stephen Quayle.
That was the other one.
Your fourth question, Kevin. What is the name of the racetrack where the accident occurs in the Final Destination?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Mount Abraham Speedway, B, Monticello Speedway, C, McKinley Speedway, or D, Madison Speedway?
I think it's Monticello Speedway.
That is incorrect. Richie, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Mount Abraham Speedway, B, Monticello Speedway, C, McKinley Speedway, or D, Madison Speedway?
McKinley Speedway?
It's McKinley Speedway. They're in McKinley, so it's McKinley Speedway. And your final question. During the initial scene at the airport in Final Destination, Billy is wearing a personalized hockey jersey of which NHL team? I need the city and the team.
I feel like if I go multiple, this is going to be on there. New York Rangers.
For 2 points, it is a Rangers jersey. That is correct. I think you have a toss-up between the Islanders and the Rangers, but he's a Rangers fan. All right, Richie, we'll bring the wheel back. Here's your first spin, and it's tied 4-4 right now. You get the 2,000. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I'll risk spinning again.
Category you must take is the 1990s instead. You went 10 years back in time.
That's fine. Fair enough. It's fine.
All right. Let's find these 1990s questions. You ready, Richie?
Yep.
Who plays Walter's mother's abusive boyfriend, Carl, in the Boys Do Get Bruised segment of Tales from the Hood?
I've watched this in so long. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Damon Wayans, B, David Allen Greer, C, Martin Lawrence, or D, Eddie Griffin?
B, David Allen Greer.
It is a very, very scary David Allen Greer, which I'm not used to seeing. That is correct. Your second question. What did Frank do for a living before his wife's death in The Frighteners?
Multiple choice.
See, A, a dentist, B, a carpenter, C, an architect, or D, a pilot?
A dentist.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Kevin. A, dentist, B, carpenter, C, architect, or D, pilot?
I'm going to go with the C, architect.
He is an architect.
Yeah.
Richie, your third question. Who directed Death Becomes Her?
Multiple.
A, Joe Dante, B, Robert Zemeckis, C, John Landis, or D, Harold Ramis?
B, Robert Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis did direct it. That's correct. Your fourth question. What South American country do the spiders originate from in Arachnophobia?
Multiple choice.
A, Colombia, B, Venezuela, C, Brazil, D, Peru?
I'll go Brazil.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Kevin. A, Colombia, B, Venezuela, C, Brazil, D, Peru?
My gut told me A, Colombia.
That is also incorrect. They're from right next door in Venezuela. Richie, your final question in the 90s. Which archangel does Viggo Mortensen play in The Prophecy?
I'll just throw it one. Gabriel.
Gabriel is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal, Kevin. Which archangel does Viggo Mortensen play in The Prophecy?
Michael.
Both in the multiple choice answers, but also incorrect. Viggo Mortensen plays Lucifer in The Prophecy. Going into round 3, Richie has a 6-5 lead. Kevin cutting into that lead in round 2. Round 3 is our new and improved Wheel of Synopses. Richie gave me 2 general categories. Kevin gave me 2 general categories. I picked a 5th category. But then, in the spirit of sportsmanship, I added a 6th slice to the wheel, which is a spinner's choice wedge. If they spin that, they can pick whatever category they want. Richie is in the lead. He can choose if he wants to spin his categories first or second. Everybody's going to spin a 2-point, 3-point, 5-point synopsis. and they get one respin throughout those 3 spins if they don't like what they get. And then I'm going to ask them synopses. They can name the movie, and I'll ask them questions going back and forth until I run out of questions or one player is mathematically eliminated. So let me bring in this other wheel. Richie, you can decide. Do you want your category spun first, or do you want Kevin to spin his first?
Kevin can spin first.
All right, Kevin, let's bring the wheel up today. Categories you got in the wheel right now: the 90s, the 2020s, psychological thrillers, slashers, and vampires and werewolves. Your 2-pointer, should you choose to accept it. Slashers. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep slashers.
Your 3-pointer. Psychological thrillers. Do you want to keep that?
Yes, I'll keep that one.
All right, and your 5-pointer with 1 respin remaining is slashers. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
Let's spin again.
Category you must take is the 2020s recent movies. Richie, your 2-pointer is the 2020s. Do you want to keep that?
Let's spin again.
All right, so you will have to take all 3 of these categories as they land. You're getting the 90s for 2.
That's fine.
You're getting the slashers for 3. And your 5 is also slashers.
Okay, I'm slashers.
Okay. So we're going to go through all these slashers questions today. Let's go over to those banners. Kevin, we're going to start with you. Your 2-pointer in slashers. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
At the end of the school year, a masked killer stalks 4 teenagers who were responsible for the accidental death of a classmate 6 years previously. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
That's your first repeat. At the end of the school year, a masked killer stalks 4 teenagers who were responsible for the accidental death of a classmate 6 years previously. Name that movie.
Halloween.
Right actress, wrong movie. At the end of the school year, you go to prom. This is prom night.
Ah.
All right. Your 3-pointer is going to be in psychological thrillers. So here we go.
Okay.
Private investigator is hired by a man who calls himself Louis Cypher to track down a singer named Johnny Favorite. But the investigation takes an unexpected and somber turn. Name that movie.
This is Angel Heart.
That is Angel Heart. That is correct. Richie, we're going to go over to you for your 2-pointer in the 1990s. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
A year after the murder of her mother, a teenage girl is terrorized by a masked killer who targets her and her friends by using scary movies as part of a deadly game. Name that movie.
Scream.
That is Scream. Had to come up eventually. We are tied right now, but since Richie has more questions, I'm going to ask him his 3-pointer and slashers first. Richie, here you go. A family of 4 staying at a secluded mobile home park for the night are stalked and then hunted by 3 masked psychopaths. Name that movie.
Cabin Fever.
That is incorrect. This is The Strangers. Pray at night.
Okay.
The Strangers pray at night. All right.
Oh, right. Okay.
You're tied up. Kevin, we're going to go to you first for your 5-pointer in the 2020s. Are you ready?
Yep.
Beatrix lives on the edge of a bog in Holland. When she and her family are attacked one night, she sets out to find an explanation. She discovers that something is chasing her. Name that movie. Five, 4.
Repeat.
That is your second repeat. Betrick lives on the edge of a bog in Holland. When she and her family are attacked one night, she sets out to find an explanation. She discovers that something is chasing her. Name that movie. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I got nothing.
That's understandable. It is a 5-pointer. That is Moloch. Moloch. All right, Richie, comes down to this. You have a 5-pointer in slashers remaining. If you hit it, you win. If you don't, we're going to sudden death. Are you ready?
Yep.
A serial killer is loose at an all-girls school where he strangles girls with a piece of barbed wire. Name that movie.
Oh.
5, 4.
Repeat.
It's your first repeat. A serial killer is on the loose at an all-girls school where he strangles girls with a piece of barbed wire. Name that movie.
Uh,
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
1 repeat remaining. A serial killer is loose at an all-girls school where he strangles girls with a piece of barbed wire. Name that movie.
Slumber Party Massacre.
Good guess. This is Blood Moon. Blood Moon. Well, that being said, we are tied, and this is how sudden death works. We're going to get our whiteboards back up. I'm going to go through the remaining synopses in point order. I'm not going to tell you the categories. I'm just going to read you the synopses. You'll write your answers on your whiteboard. You both have 1 repeat remaining if you need to use it. First player to take a lead wins the game. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Your first one. After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Richie.
I didn't get it. No.
And Kevin.
I also blanked it.
That's Thanksgiving. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving from last year.
Yeah.
Your next question. An ordinary family man finds his life turned upside down when strangers suddenly start seeing him while they sleep. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Kevin.
I got nothing.
Richie.
Still didn't get it.
This is last year. This is Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Now I remember that. Okay.
Your next question. A crew sailing from Varna, Bulgaria by the Black Sea to England find that they are carrying very dangerous cargo. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Richie.
I know it, but I just can't remember the title. But yeah, no, I didn't get it on time.
And Kevin.
Dracula.
Dracula's the cargo, but this is the last voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah,
It's actually in Dracula. That's like 2 minutes of the movie, but like this is the whole movie's about it.
I was like, yeah, okay. That makes more sense.
An elite mercenary is killed, but comes back from hell as a reluctant soldier of the devil. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Kevin.
I couldn't get anything. No.
And Richie.
I don't know. End of days.
Now this is Spawn.
Oh
Spawn.
yeah.
Oh, geez.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Your next movie. Secluded farm is struck by a strange meteorite, which has apocalyptic consequences for the family living there, and possibly the world. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we are at Richie.
Nope.
And Kevin.
I said A Quiet Place Part 2.
This is another Nicolas Cage movie. This is Color Out of Space. Color Out of Space. Your next movie. A routine military exercise turns into a nightmare in the Scottish wilderness. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kevin.
Nothing.
And Richie.
No. This is going good.
That is Neil Marshall's Dog Soldiers. Dog Soldiers. Since we only have 5 pointers remaining, this is unprecedented here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into one of the round 2 categories. I'm going to actually, let's see. I will go into just a generic round 2 category, and I will ask questions, and we'll go back and forth until, well, somebody takes the lead. We'll start with the bonus question from round number 1. Here we go. What is the subtitle to the second Wishmaster film? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Richie.
You might have got me here. I couldn't think of anything.
Kevin.
I said One Last Wish.
It is Evil Never Dies. Evil Never Dies. So we'll go over to what have we not asked here. We'll go to the 2000s. And your first question. What breed of dog is Sam in I Am Legend? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kevin.
German Shepherd.
And Richard.
German Shepherd.
Both correct.
Mm-hmm.
Your next question. In The Human Centipede first sequence, Dr. Hyder shows evidence that he previously attempted the titular surgery with what type of animals? Four, 3, 2, 1. Kevin.
Pigs.
And Richie.
Is it cats?
Both incorrect. If you check out my Halloween costume on Facebook, I'm definitely holding up a picture of 3 dogs that are tied.
Dogs. 2 dog questions in a row. No way.
That's just the way it shook out.
I'm just kidding.
Who directed Orphan?
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Richie.
James Wan.
And Kevin.
I said Eli Roth.
Both incorrect. How many Colettes have Roth? Your next question. What does Jenny do for a living? Eating late?
Oh, I know. I guess. Oh, she's.
5, 3.
I have a repeat left.
You do have a repeat left. That's your last repeat. What does Jenny do for a living in Eden Lake? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kevin
Waitress.
and Richie.
I said actress.
She's a teacher. She's a
Oh, yeah.
teacher. Jennifer Morrison plays final girl Amy Mayfield in what 2000, the year 2000 slasher?
2000.
5, 4, 3, 1. Pens down. Richie,
Didn't get anything.
Kevin.
Same.
That is Urban Legends Final Cut. Urban Legends Final Cut.
I was gonna put it in. Yeah.
I hope this is it. Here we go. In Stay Alive, what type of item, both in the game and in real life, serves to dispel or ward off evil spirits? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kevin.
I just said a photograph.
And Richie.
I said book.
It's roses. Roses. All right, let's see what else we got here. We did that. We did. Let's go to movie release dates. And your first question. What year saw the release of the original, the Japanese, One Missed Call? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't show me your answers yet. What we're going to do is if you're both wrong, whoever is closest will win the game. So please give your boards up. Richie
2003.
and Kevin.
1977.
And your winner, Richie Spooky Goodacre. He got it exactly right. 2003 is the
Very
year.
nice.
I knew the answer.
So that being said, we'll drop you backstage quickly. Talk to Kevin. Kevin, that was the longest sudden death we've ever had.
Yeah.
But you get to be part of that. You guys, we were just going back and forth. What he knew, you knew. What he didn't know, you didn't know. I was making up rules on the spot, but it was definitely exciting. I was just waiting for somebody to take the lead, and unfortunately, Richie got a movie release date question that he nailed. So
Hey, right, and he's good at those, which that's totally fair. I am not that good at movie release dates. Not a shocker. But no, this was fun. I did not expect to even really make it to the third round, let alone.
You battled back. You battled back from a big deficit.
I did.
And even and then when it got to round 3, you guys totally. You even hit that 3-pointer in round 3, which is good. You didn't hit it, so you did well. I think you just need to brush up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're on your way. I think.
I appreciate
it. Is there anybody
that.
else we're looking to face in this league?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
Who would you like to face when you come back?
Oh, I'll take anybody. I hopefully nobody that'll just like kick my ass, but again, I'll take whomever.
All right, we could definitely make that happen. I'm dropping back in today's winner, Richie. You did it. You're on the winning path. You're having a celebratory snack. How are you feeling?
Hey man, yeah, doing all right. Yeah, that was it was like an intense round of like, oh, dude, we don't know stuff. But yeah, once you said release dates, I'm like, oh, thank God. And then you said, oh, what's the Japanese release date? I'm like, oh no. I'm like, yeah, but like I think it was 2003, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, no, that was good.
When I said the closest was going to hit it, like I just wanted to end it on that question, just because like I didn't want to keep asking you guys questions, and just have you guys keep going on forever. I figured let's do something where we're gonna have a winner and a loser, but you nailed it anyway, right on the nose. So that was excellent. Now, when you come back, who are you looking to play?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind like. I mean, I don't know if I'm like really like for rematches, but like that I was close with Will. With Will Cohen at one point. So if I would like rematch him, or I don't know who's in the league. If Brian Nussbaum's in his league, I'd take on him if he's in there. Yeah, but
he doesn't want to play in this league, and I don't know if I'd let him, but that's fine.
Fair enough. Is Chris Diaz in this league? Because he's in every league. No. Just whoever. Will Cohen. Will Cohen. Come on. I want to rematch with you.
All right. We can maybe make that happen down the line. Richie, thanks for being here. We'll see you soon. I'm dropping you back. If you made this part of the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. The Facebook group is Why We Love Horror. The TikTok is below me, WWL Horror. Go to both of those things. Remember, every Monday it's Versus. Every Thursday it's Why We Love Horror. At 8, Horror Headlines at 9. And every Friday you're going to get at least a long episode or 2 short episodes of Why We Love Horror Trivia right here on the Why We Love Horror YouTube. We appreciate you. See you.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!